minutes.
So is Colsey going to come up here? Okay. Am I going to be looking at him, or I'm just shooting? I'm shooting the breeze with him.
What they're seeing is that right there.
Okay, so I could just welcome everybody, you know, the interactive program, and I'll get right to it with Colsey.
And is it just him, Michael?
Yeah, I think you'd have back and forth with him. People are watching the game too. You can say who's pitching and stuff like that.
Since they're not keeping score.
Yeah.
I'm good to go whenever you guys are. Colsey, you ready to go? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Now I can probably. Can I hear Colsey? Can you talk again? There you go. Yeah, there you are.
Okay, Zach, stand by.
I'm actually gonna let it. When you put it on, I'm gonna let it go for a couple minutes just so we're not like right in, you know.
Will you cue me?
Yeah, I'll give it till 33. I'll give it till Larry Bird, 5:33. No, I'm a Celtics guy. All right, we are.
Hold on. What?
Cool. We'll give it. If anybody's here, welcome. We're just gonna give it a couple minutes so folks can file into our interactive softball program, and we'll chat with Brian Colsey here in just a couple of minutes while folks still file into our virtual room. All right, we'll give it one more minute. All right, I think now's a good time. Now that we have turned over the inning, the half inning, and we welcome everybody to our Pacific Softball Virtual Sneak Peek. And we are just a few days away from the start of the softball season, and it starts on Friday. The Tigers will take on Seattle here on, well, it's at Davis, but they'll take on Seattle on Friday. That'll be at LaRue Field in Davis, and that'll be bright and early, 9:30 in the morning. And we're going to be joined here to start our program by the Dean, head coach Brian Colsey, in his 31st season. Colsey, you got me?
I got you.
Fantastic. I hope you're doing well, and congratulations on embarking on season number 31. How does it feel for you?
Well, it's funny because I've officially spent half my life in the third base dugout of Bill Simone Field now, and it's pretty amazing when you start, you just don't anticipate that it's going to go this long. You're going to get to stay in your hometown. You're going to get to work at one place you love for this long. So it's been a tremendous journey.
Awesome. Well, we're going to keep talking with you about that journey, but I know that Marissa has to get to class. So we have Marissa Fabian, an outfielder from Woodbridge out of Lodi High School. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Michael, can you pot her up a little bit more? Just give me a test 1, 2.
Test 1, test 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go. It's great to have you with us. And are you excited for Friday? Like, what's the mood right now with you and in the dugout?
Yeah, for sure. Our team's ready to just get back out there. Normally we travel for our first road, but we're kind of local this year,
Yeah,
so
Davis.
yeah.
Okay. Tell us about last season, WCC All Academic Honorable Mention, actually your last 2 seasons. So you're coming off a couple of really nice honors of the last 2 seasons. Take us through those last couple of years for you, just from your perspective.
It's definitely been a transition. Like after COVID and everything, things were different. We had a lot of people leave, and we had a lot of new girls last year, but I couldn't ask for a better group of girls to play with. Like we all really came together last year, and it was one of the first times it really felt like our team had a really strong chemistry, and that hasn't changed from last year. So.
You know, we did a lot of these during COVID, including a couple softball virtual events, but now we're like 2 years removed from COVID. We're going to be 3 years removed from COVID, which is just wild because a lot of it feels like yesterday for me, and I'm sure for you too. But what was it like being here and going through the pandemic now that you can actually reflect back a few years removed?
It was hard. I'm sure you see across different D1 universities, like the struggles. It definitely made mental health a lot bigger thing, and I really think that at Pacific we're trying to get to a point where we have those resources for our athletes, which I think is amazing. But I think now that everything is back to normal, I'm just really looking to have a good final season here.
What's it been like for you playing close to home? From Woodbridge, you know, the Lodi area, Lodi High School. I live in Lodi. It's a great spot. But what's it been like for you to stay close to home?
Oh,
and
nice
play
hit, Elle.
Softball. Oh, there you go.
Let's go. She's a Stockton native too.
Okay. Who I didn't see. Hold on, I got it. It's Elle Peterson.
Yep.
Okay.
It's been great. I honestly, when I was looking at colleges, I wanted to go as far away as possible. But I think I made the best decision staying here. Pacific has given me a lot of opportunities, and I've met a lot of amazing people. And I'm really happy with my decision to stay local, and my mom was really happy too.
I'm sure she was. What's it like to play for Colsey? I ask everybody this, and it's like a grab bag, because I get a different answer from everybody. What's it like to play for Colsey?
He's a very good dancer. Yeah.
Even with the terrible back that he has?
You'd be surprised. I mean, he knows music like the back of his hand. I'm the DJ on the team, so I always like to question him if he knows the newer songs, but he's strictly kind of with the older stuff. But honestly, he's like a grandpa.
We have different we definitely have different playlists.
Colsey, I thought you only knew the mashed potato.
No. I know the sprinkler. I know the sprinkler.
There we go.
He knows how to do the Dougie too.
You can, who taught you how to Dougie?
I don't even know what the Dougie is. They just show me what to do, and I do it.
Well,
I guess that's the Dougie.
Yeah. They teach you how to Dougie.
Yeah.
You don't need to know how to do it because the idea is you get taught.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's it. I can learn from them. Trust me. I'm not beyond that.
Marissa, how's your game grown since you've been here?
A lot. I mean, when I was in high school, like up until college, I didn't really focus on softball. Like I played a lot of different sports, and I think when I came to college, it was the first time where I was just focusing on one thing and one thing only. And I don't say I regret not focusing earlier, but I feel defensively and offensively I've grown, and also grown as a person going through. Softball teaches you a lot of things, you know.
No doubt. What are some of the goals you have? You're a grad student now, so what are your goals, both with softball this year and then beyond?
Good
with your
pitch,
life?
Chuck.
So I'm going to go to grad school after this. I want to work in professional sports, sport management major.
Cool. What do you want to do with that? Because I work in professional sports, so I'm always fascinated as to what you want to do.
I've had a lot of experience with event management, but I think I kind of want to work my way up. I don't know necessarily if collegiate athletics is where I want to go, but maybe something with like sponsorships, marketing. I do have a minor in graphic design, so I feel like I could maybe go somewhere with creative content.
Okay.
But I don't know. I want to live in a big city and work for a professional sports team.
Nice.
So.
You know what? That's exactly what I wanted to do when I left school. So I appreciate those goals, and I wish you the best, Marissa, this season. Go crush it on Friday.
Thank you. Yeah, go Tags.
Marissa Fabian, kind enough to join us here with our virtual softball event. You're good, Marissa. You can you can take the headset off and get out of here. Thanks so much for
Thanks,
stopping
Riss. Have fun at class.
by. Colsey says have fun at class. She says okay. Colsey, can you tell us a little bit more about Marissa?
Sure. It's really true about how much she's grown from when she came here, because she didn't know, like she said, she played a lot of sports and really started focusing on softball almost after she got to college. But she has a tremendous passion for the game. She's an unbelievable teammate, student. She's just a great young lady. She's going to go far in her career because she's really put the time in to do what she needs to do. Like, I know she interned like at Long Beach State this summer. She's been gone this fall for a couple of big conferences that are going to lead her in a path of leadership, and be a much stronger product when she gets done here at Pacific. And she's just got a lot of great qualities that it's going to be hard to not hire her when she goes in for job interviews. I really hope what I really hope is, because I wrote about 20 letters of recommendation for her on whatever grad program that she really, really, really wants, to get into, because she's applying to some tremendous academic institutions, and I really hope that it lands where she wants with that.
I know you have an amazing network of girls who played for you over the years, but how important is that element to you, where you not only nurture the softball player, but also the person and the soon-to-be professional, and you try and bring those qualities out that'll make them successful later on in life in the workplace?
Well, I think that's the most important thing, is the product that you turn out. Like, you want them to be better, stronger, more self-confident when they leave than when they came in, because there's a lot of ups and downs in the game. Obviously, there's a lot of failure. There's a lot of high emotions, low emotions, anxiety, all those things you have to deal with. But I think what you really look for is, I used this example before, is that it's a grind in the real world, and life isn't always fair, and you want them to be best prepared. They go out there. Let's say they go into advertising. They get the dog food account, and they want the Oscar Mayer account, let's say, and they've got to even though they do a better job than the other person who has that account, they still have to grind and accept that, I might get that Oscar Mayer account if I keep working hard, but it's not going to be handed to me. And life isn't always fair. And, that you can work hard at something, and you're just going to have to grind and just keep moving forward. That's the most important thing.
We just saw Nicky Enriquez. You guys stole base, by the way. You stole home
Yep.
with the double steal. But
Yes.
Do you like to? Now we got to steal a third. I'm trying to see who that is out there. That's Vanessa Strong. But do you like to run a lot? Tell us a little about your style. I love talking to coaches and managers about what they like to do.
Yeah,
hit and runs and
I
all
will. One thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a center fielder out there to get Carly Lucchetti in for you too. Just a second. Hey, Emma. For Carly.
We're trying to get Carly Lucchetti up here, and you might be.
Tell
hearing-
Haley.
There,
She'll
you
get
might be
it
hearing
done.
Colsey working
Sorry.
down there. No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Haley will get it.
We got a number to second throw to the plate.
Nice. Oh, good.
Is going to be dropped.
Right.
So I'm brushing up for baseball season.
That's
here.
okay. So basically, to go back to what you were asking is that we like to be aggressive when we really want the kids to be aggressive. We do like to run. We do like to put the ball in play like that. We run a down angle. You want to put pressure on the defense. And this is by far the highest level that the highest intensity that they've played so far this fall is putting on the uniform and prepping them for this weekend. I mean, we've scrimmaged, but I can tell you this, it's different when you put the numbers on. It really, really is. And I think for them, thank you. I think for them, it's exciting too to know that they're getting really close. But you know, Carly will talk to you a little bit about that too. We like to do some things, put the ball in motion, and it's like we're really trying to teach them that there's no reward without risk, and you just got to learn to trust yourself. Because if you play apprehensive, you're never going to get to your potential. You're never going to know your limits.
That's fair enough. We got Carly up here, by the way, now. So you have Carly Lucchetti, outfielder, also a grad student out of Linden High School, obviously over in Linden. How you doing, Carly?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm going to move your microphone up this way. Give me a test. 1, 2.
1, 2.
There you go. Now we got you. We got you a little bit better. How you doing out there? You got the blood flowing and getting ready for Friday?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm pretty tired from just running over here, so I'm warm.
Sweet.
She's
Ready to
old.
go.
Wow. Did you hear what Colsey just said about you?
Did you say I'm
He
old?
called you old. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Wow. Okay. 53 hits last season, most by a Tiger player since 2018. Take us through last season. Obviously, it was a special year for you. And did you feel particularly dialed in last year?
I did. I felt really prepared with my coaches. I trusted my team a lot. Was really confident in myself. So I think last year was really comfortable year for me. So I think I really figured it out.
All WCC second team, 15 multi-hit games, and by the way, a 353 batting average, which is 8th in the WCC. The year before you hit 280, which obviously is great. But what brought you to that next level? Like, what was the transformation that happened? Was it mechanical? Was it mental? Was it a little bit of both?
I think it might have been a little bit of both, just working with my coach hitting-wise, but also mentally too, because I felt like I struggled more mentally when I hit 280, but last year I focused a lot on like my mental health and not getting too down on myself and focusing more on like this game is about failure, like we fail all the time, just like learn from it instead of getting down on yourself. So
I was going to say, how would you advise a hitter looking to make that type of leap? I mean, it could be a struggling hitter, not just someone who hit 280 the year before, but I mean a hitter that's like, man, how do I get to that next level? Like, what advice would you impart?
I think I would just say put in all the work that you can and trust yourself, have a lot of confidence, and I think it'll come after that. So
What's your experience been like here at Pacific?
it's been great. I think the coaching staff has been really supportive. Every team I've been on has been really not very cliquey. We're all really close, so I've had a great time here.
Colsey's been okay for you?
He's been decent, other than making fun of me all the time, but he's been okay.
Colsey, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere because I need Carly, and I just, if she wants to throw me under the bus, I'm going to allow it to happen. I just got to roll with it and, just be the bigger person.
You're not usually good at being the bigger person.
I know. No,
That's a big leap for you.
It's been tremendous having her in the program. She's been a great leader. She's done a phenomenal job for us in the outfield. She's just a tremendous athlete that has gotten the most out of her ability and continues to work to continually improve her craft.
We were just talking to Colsey about the run game and what he likes to do. Your senior year at Linden High School, 42 of 43 in steal attempts. That's pretty impressive. Is that an element of your game that you had to develop, or were you just always just that fast and have those good instincts?
Yeah, I was always pretty quick. I was originally right-handed, so they switched me left-handed because I was fast. So I slapped for a while. I gave that up.
What was that like, going from hitting righty to hitting lefty? Like or are you ambidextrous?
No, I'm not ambidextrous, but I was only 9. So, I mean, it was a
Okay.
little weird, but they just took a lot of time with me swinging left-handed. So
So do
I
you
was able
switch
to
it?
practice. No, I cannot hit right-handed anymore.
Wow.
I'm unable.
Wow, but you do everything else right-handed in
right-handed.
life.
I don't do anything left-handed but swing, and I cannot do it right-handed.
That's so fascinating. So fascinating. So you became more of a slap hitter from the left side, and that enhanced your ability to do what you do on the base pass.
Yep.
Nice. It's like we have was it cut? That was a cutoff. Yeah, I didn't know if that throw went through, but are we keeping score here? By the way, I know we have the.
They are, but I'm not.
Okay, so we don't know where we're at. I was just gonna kind of touch on it.
It's looking like the orange team's catching up.
Okay. Yeah, there's no score up here, so I was just
Yeah.
just making sure that I wasn't missing anything.
They definitely know what the score is.
Okay. At least someone does.
Yeah.
Carly, what are your goals this year? Softball, beyond?
Well, I have quite a bit on my plate right now with my master's program, but my goal right now is just to work hard on the softball field and work even harder in the classroom because I got a lot to do in not that long of a time. So
What are you doing after school?
I'm planning on teaching.
Okay,
Once I get
awesome.
my credentials, I'm going to try to find a job somewhere, probably around here.
Okay, I was
Probably
gonna
not
say.
Linden, though.
Okay, not Linden.
Not Linden. I don't want to be around all those people that I know.
Okay, it is kind of a small town.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean it is not
Tiny.
kind of. How do you go? This is the last one. How do you go from the success that you had last year and not let it be your plateau? Like obviously, I know you're going to strive for greater, but how do you go into that next year, considering the amazing year you had last year?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't feel like I'm done. I feel like I did good last year, but I always feel like I could do better. So I think there's always room to grow. I'm just going to keep doing that.
I love that. How are the vibes with the team this year?
They're awesome. We have a lot of great new players. They're awesome on the field and off. So
Sweet. Carly, best of luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
yeah, no problem.
Cozy, you want to follow up on Carly's interview? Tell us a little bit more about Carly.
Well, like I said,
Thanks, Carly.
I think she does a lot on the field and off the field, and I think her academic goals have been great because she came back for this year and she knew there had to be an academic component. So she's going to get her master's and her teaching credential in 1 year, and so that's what she's going to do after graduating. And she's done tremendous job academically, and once again she is a grinder, and so that's going to help her down the road. But once again, she's just a great person, a great teammate. She's a great athlete. To be honest, she's made me look smart because, when I was watching her in high school, she didn't play a real high level of club ball in high school. She was kind of dominant, when, sometimes you're stealing a base and the ball, you're popping up and the ball isn't even there yet. So the evaluation process, but I just felt athletically she's somebody that you could mold into something, but by doing that, she had to buy in, and she's bought into everything that she's been asked to work on, and that's why she's become the athlete that she's become.
Hey, if she can make you look smart, then she's a miracle worker.
Well, yeah, I have to admit that. I have, I mean, it's funny when you do that, but, not that, it's just because who she was playing against, it was really easy to see success. But at the same time, you're like, how is she going to be at the real level that she needs to be at? And she's done a great job with that. She's taken care of the business, and she's gotten the most out of her abilities and still working to get better.
Awesome. Well, we have Vanessa here right now, Vanessa Strong, who's a pitcher, redshirt senior from Oakley out of Freedom High School. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing well. Team leading 72 strikeouts last season, and that ranked 7th in the WCC at 3.74 ERA. That's pretty impressive. Can you take us through last year and how you grew as a pitcher?
Yeah, we've been working really hard, and last year for me, I felt that I was able to really work with my catchers and work with Yama, and we grew a lot last year, so it was awesome.
3 complete games last season too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. Is
Thank
that a
you.
goal of yours to finish what you start? I mean, I've talked to a lot of baseball pitchers over the years, and they'll say it is, but nowadays in baseball, it's like they know the ceiling. But what's your mindset when you go out there?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like starting a game. You want to be able to go out there and dominate for the whole entire game. But I know that the rest of my bullpen's got my back if I ever have to come out of a game. So I really trust them, and it's awesome.
Tell us about your repertoire.
For me, I like to spin the ball, so that's my go-to.
Okay. Colsey, can you tell us a little bit about Vanessa from the dugout and watching her dominate the way she did last year? Oh, Colsey's – oh, there he is. Hey, Colsey, you back?
Yeah, yes, I'm back.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about watching Vanessa from the dugout last year? Because I always enjoy when I interview pitchers and talk about pitchers, the different perspectives. Like I'm always watching, obviously, from behind the plate, but I love to hear the view from the dugout because they could be, different things. But what have you seen from the dugout as pertains to Vanessa?
Well, I think with Vanessa, I see, she's very analytical, very competitive. She's a strong student where she'll even tell you sometimes she thinks a little bit too much instead of just doing. And when she is in a rhythm, she's as good as anybody. And I think that's what's exciting. And she can feel it. And you can tell that she runs with it, and she's got great body language. And she has pretty good body language whether she's doing well or struggling. And that's hard for a pitcher because, there's so much attention on you. And for her, when her rhythm is good, like I said, she's as good as anybody we've had. And I'm really excited for her because I think she's always got confidence in herself. It's just it's her rhythm with that, and when she gets ahead of hitters, she's even more difficult to combat with as an offensive player.
What's the key for you finding that rhythm?
For me, it's just going out there and trusting the work that I've put in, trusting that I know either way that my team has my back and that they're going to help me out, and just going out there and doing my best and giving it all to God.
Nice. Are you excited about the start of the season? On
Yes,
Friday?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can tell you're kind of like just shaking up here with the excitement. The energy is palpable. Look out, it's coming back our way.
We've been scrimmaging ourselves a lot, so it'll be cool to go out there and play somebody else too.
How have the scrimmages gone, and what do you guys or what do you girls get out of the scrimmages, like the one we're seeing?
Yeah, they're fun. For us, it's a chance to go out there and compete, and we have fun with it, and we'll have banter back and forth, which is kind of fun. So yeah, it's cool.
You came here by way of Southern Utah. How's your experience been at Pacific?
I love it. It's the best choice I made. Yeah, I just feel at home here, and we have a family, so that's awesome.
That's so cool. Health, exercise, and sports science major.
Yeah.
Sports science major. So what do you want to do after this?
I want to be involved in the sport somehow. It's given me so much, so I want to be able to give back to the sport that
Softball.
grew up in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'm going to ask Colsey a little more about you when you leave, so I'll let you talk about him now before you go, and you can get the first word. What's it like to play for him?
He's awesome. He has faith in you no matter what, if it's a good day or bad day, which is awesome to know that your coach has your back and that he's there for you inside the sport, outside of the sport. He's there for you throughout your life, so that's awesome.
What's it like to be kind of part of his legacy? Because, I mean, he's the dean here, 31 years, and obviously he's had so many prolific softball players come through during his tenure, but what's it like to be part of the fabric of that legacy here at Pacific Softball?
It's awesome. You see all the great coaches and players who have come before him, so it's been really cool to be a part of that chain and hopefully build some more legacies too.
Sweet. Vanessa, good luck this season.
Thank you.
Go crush it in the circle. I was about to say on the mound. In the circle.
In the circle. That's
Yeah.
okay, Zach. It's okay,
sorry,
my friend.
Sorry, baseball guy.
I know. It's
going
all
to
right.
softball.
Took me forever. Took me forever, too.
Vanessa, thanks. That's Vanessa Strong. And Colsey, can you hit on her a little bit more and the reasons for her success that she had last year? Can you hit on the swing and miss, too, the 72 Ks?
Yeah, I think, like I said, she has tremendous spin on her pitches, and when they're on, her ball movement is tremendous, and it's hard to square up on. And like she says, she just needs to always trust what she's done, you know, to get her there and let it happen. And sometimes you try too hard, and when you try too hard, you actually don't get as much spin and as much movement as you do when you're more relaxed and you breathe and you let it snap instead of muscling it. That's where you can see a difference, especially with her, with the amount of spin and movement she gets on her pitches.
Thanks for the insight. By the way, Colsey, is there anything you wanted to touch on that we're seeing out there on the field right now? I do have Ryan here, but is there anything that you've been observing that you want to interject right now?
Well, I mean, I wish we'd make a few more plays defensively to help our pitchers, because we've actually done a good job with some pitches that we should be getting out of innings. But I think, you know, you got some people that are a little anxious trying to make plays too quick instead of letting the game come to them. And I'm telling you, it always happens this way, because you really start getting antsy the week, you know, and you're looking, it's like it's supposed to be sunny every day, you know, so you're just getting a little bit more amped up, and, you know, you're speeding your heartbeat up a little. But I do like a lot of things with how they're swinging the bat. They're not chasing too many pitches. They're being pretty aggressive in their strength zones, you know, whether it's inside, outside, up, down. But at the same time, like you saw there, Avery to Carly, is that she makes a huge pitch there that gets a lot of movement at the end, you know, to get herself out of the inning. But no, I think there's a lot of good things here, other than I think we need to just clean up some defensive stuff and just simplify it a little.
Well, I have Ryan up here, Ryan Dermeyer. Would you agree with that assessment?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. It's like I can corroborate that now with someone that's up here, infielder from Phoenix, Arizona, to junior. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm excited to be out here.
Cool. Yeah, it seems like you all are, and season starts on Friday, and I can imagine the anticipation is pretty good for that.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little anxious, but I'm excited.
Anxious, nervous, anxious,
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah.
Why the nerves?
I don't know. I think it's just like the first game of the season jitters, and then
Mhm.
once I get through it, then I'll be fine after that.
For sure. Well, I mean, all WCC second team last year, second in batting average on the team, 345. WCC Player of the Week honors twice. Pretty solid last year.
Thank you.
Of course. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, but take us through that last year for you and some of the catalysts for your success.
Honestly, I have to owe it all to my team, my coaches. They pushed me in the best ways. Also, my family, of course, their support is great. But really, the team is just, I trust them a ton, and I think that trust feeds off of each other. And I did what I did with it.
Do you get to see, or does your family get to see you play often? Do they come out?
They don't come to the home games as often, but any SoCal, we played GCU a couple of times, so they were at those ones. But yeah.
Cool. You were third in the league in home runs last year with 9. Is power something that's always been a part of your game, or is that something that's developed?
I think that's definitely something that's developed. I wasn't accustomed to hitting many in my first year. Like, I only hit 1, I think, but I think I was seeing the ball much better. I was more confident, so.
You know, usually the way it goes is that, you know, if someone hits for power, the average will dip and the average will suffer. You know, in your instance, you hit 232 your sophomore year, but I just mentioned you hit 345 a year ago. Did hitting for more power help the average and help your approach?
Honestly, I wasn't really planning on hitting for power. I just kind of go up there and have a blank mind and just think about touching the ball with my bat, barrel up.
Colsey, is there something to that, what I was talking about?
I think, you know, Ryan, she's kind of a free swinger at times. Like, she never lacks confidence. You know, she's a little bit Vlad Guerrero in her. You know, sometimes there's pitches a little out of the zone she might swing at, but she has so much confidence in her swing that she will hit bad pitches hard, if that makes any sense. Like, she will do a really good job with that, and her confidence level is really good with that. And, you know, she originally came in as a second baseman. We've moved her over to short, where she's just been tremendous. And it's not always easy switching positions. You know, she's a young lady that you know, missed some time before she came in here and really has really matured as a player and continued to become an elite athlete. She was always good in the classroom, but now her level of play is just continues to extend and grow, and she's always putting in the extra work and the extra time to help get her there as well. So you know, she's another one you really have to credit that she's helped get herself there. She just didn't wake up and God gave her all the talent. She took what she got and she's worked with it and molded it into a better player every year.
Yeah, thanks, boss.
You're welcome.
Ryan, what were some of the challenges switching positions going from second to short?
I did play short when I was younger, like 12-ish. But I think just the throw, after having the surgeries that I had before coming here, I think I was just getting used to throwing for more distance. But other than that, I feel like, you know, obviously just the opposite side of the field, but everything else is pretty similar.
I mentioned the growth in the batting average. What changed? Was there anything that changed mechanically for you hitting, going from sophomore to junior year?
I'd say
freshman to sophomore year, sorry. Or, I'm sorry. Sophomore to junior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm all over the place with the years. But what, like,
okay.
is there mechanically something that changed?
I think I had a pretty narrow stance my freshman year, and last year it was a little bit wider, and now I think I found like a happy medium between the two.
Cool. What are some of the goals you have this season on the field, off the field?
On the field, as a team, I just want our morale to stay up. I just want us to keep communicating with each other, with the coaches. I definitely want to win more. Yeah, I'd say that is a huge goal, is winning. Obviously, getting and winning conference would be awesome. Off the field, I mean, we all are great friends and stuff, and I want it to continue to be like that. So just doing more team bonding and stuff like that, yeah.
Awesome. How's it been for you at Pacific? I know you're kind of a little bit far from home, but how's it been?
It's been great, honestly. Everyone was very welcoming. I'm not sure about Stockton, but other than that, I do really like the campus, and I like how personable the professors are here as well. I always am taken care of. So
Awesome, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by and have a great year.
thank you.
Ryan Dermeyer joining us here in the booth. And Colsey, is there anything you want to add and follow up on with Ryan as it pertains to Ryan?
I think she,
Thanks, Ryan.
she said it best, with her flipping over, and it's something we talk about, like with her. She talked about her stance, and I kind of talked to her a little bit about her posture, and in her stance, and I think that's where she's found herself to be more comfortable, more balanced in her swing, and we all know it's such a mental game, but she hasn't let that part interfere too much. I think it was more physical and mechanical, like when you asked her that question, and her overall posture and balance has just given her more confidence that my approach is in a much better state when I'm hitting than it was her first year.
Gotcha. Well, we got Delaney here now. Delaney Scully, an infielder, sophomore from Valencia, California. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. What's it feel like to be out there right now? I know we're just a couple days away from the start of the season, but this gets the juices flowing a little bit.
Yeah, I was definitely excited for this game, not just for my family to see this live stream, but also just to get some live
watching right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello. But just to get some live at bats in before we start playing UC Davis and the games this weekend, and just to see. We're switching positions a lot just to see, because our team's very capable of playing every position, and it's nice to see people just move immediately and fill that spot.
I see the chart on your wrist.
Oh.
What's that?
This is our pitches.
Okay,
So Yama will call him, and then we just look down and we know what pitch. And if there's like inside or outside, then I know to be ready. We'll be ready every pitch, but
Sweet.
if it's inside, I don't know what's coming to me.
WCC Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Thank you.
What did that honor mean for you?
Honestly, I didn't know about it. Techie texted me, and I saw that I got the honorable mention, and then it's like, congrats. I'm like, thanks. What are you talking about? And then I saw it. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that, but it was a great honor. I couldn't have done it without the help of Decky and infield coaches and just my team, but always having be behind my back.
What are some of the things that you can identify that you did to put in the work to earn that honor?
Well, as a freshman, even now, like, I love the sport, so I always ask a group of girls to see if they want to get some extra work in with Decky or reps outside of our team practices. And on Thursdays, we're doing extra work, just extra ground balls and communicating. And I'm playing first this year too, so I'll switch between first and second just to always stay sharp in those positions.
Do you have a preference where you play?
I've played first my whole life, but I got thrown in there last year against Fresno, and I honestly love second so much. But wherever they put me, whatever is better for the team.
Colsey, can you take us into that a little bit, into Delaney playing first and or second?
Well, we brought her in to be a first baseman and maybe a corner player. She's a tremendous first baseman. I mean, phenomenal. And she always talks. She always keeps the infield in line, communicating with her second baseman, her right fielder, those types of things. And then we had some struggles, and we tried her at second base, and she actually played probably more second in conference than she did first. And she only made 3 errors on the year last year, and only one of them at second base, which was actually her secondary position. And the defensive, nice shot, Rye.
That's Ryan, right from the booth,
yep,
from the booth to the batter's box.
To second base.
That's a double right there,
Yeah.
dead center.
and so, but she put the work in, and I know she's very comfortable in both roles now, and I think it's really important. Like she said, we have a lot of versatility. We're moving some people around. Some of them are even playing their second or third position tonight, but we try to do that so that they're better prepared if they have to go there in a game. You don't just throw them in a game, and you know what I mean? And it's like we try and the old saying, like our old coaches used to say, we're just trying to get the heebie-jeebies out before you actually have to put the uniform on to do it. And Delaney, if we stuck her at third base, she'd know exactly what to do because she did some work over there. What's crazy about Delaney is I asked her, she told me if she were ever reincarnated, she wanted to be reincarnated as a catcher.
Yes.
Really?
And I'm
Yes.
like, that's nuts.
I was a
She told
bullpen
me-
catcher.
Yeah, she
Okay.
was a bullpen catcher in
loved
high
it.
school. Yeah.
No, not in
I'm
high
not-
school.
I'm
I
sorry.
lied about that.
Yeah, I know. I know. She was a bullpen catcher last year, a couple days, and she absolutely embraced putting the tools of ignorance on, as we say.
Nice. What is it about catching that intrigues you?
That's really the position I've not like played in a game. So I've just always been intrigued by it.
Colsey, would you ever let her throw the gear on in a game?
No. No.
We have way better catchers. They deserve the spot.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you ever had a game where you could improvise a little bit, shall we say? Like you know.
I'd like to get into a game where we could improvise.
Well, hey, boss, if COVID happens again, then I can
know.
pitch.
Well, she actually warmed up last year, and she almost had to come in and pitch last year in our last series, and she was stoked. Just going down to the bullpen, she ran faster than I've ever seen her run,
Yeah.
and it was to go get loose to possibly
was-
pitch in the game. She was close.
So,
Yeah.
so she's a total gamer, right?
No question.
Okay.
No
like
question.
The way this is all. I mean, I'm meeting you for the first time, but the things that are being said, I'm like, okay, you're ready to go. Like, no matter the position, whenever. That's good. Have you pitched before?
Yeah, that was my main position up till probably 13,
Okay.
and then I switched to first.
Cool. Tell us a little about your offense. 254 last year, was fourth on the team. Did you make any strides there? Did you feel last year with the bat?
I felt like just as a freshman coming in, like I didn't really know what to expect, and it was all right. But this year, the whole team has been putting a lot of work into hitting. We've been hitting live probably, I think, 3 times a week now, which is definitely going to help. So I hope that I just continue to grow with the team and individually.
Can you reflect a little bit on your freshman year, just not only softball, but being here at Pacific and the classroom and your overall experience?
Yeah, I loved it. I love the coaches and the team last year was so close together, and we just did everything together. And my favorite memories I'll probably remember forever is our bus trips and hanging out in the hotel and getting to see my family away at games. And yeah, my family goes to every single game, so it's nice to see them because I live only like 5 or 4 hours away. So.
Colsey, I enjoy a student athlete talking about how much they enjoy the bus trips because as a baseball guy for like 20 years now, I mean those Cal League bus trips for me all those years are some of my fondest memories, and it's really where a lot of people come together. But can you relate to that a little bit?
Oh yeah, the bus trips are fun. I think it's fun because there's a lot of stress and a lot of go, and sometimes I feel that they get on the bus, it's the first time they get to unwind, like, and they do their homework or, watch a movie or something. But it's amazing. Sometimes when you go on the road, you're so much more relaxed. I mean, your routine changes, but you just decompress, and it is a lot of fun. I've had some great memorable bus trips due to where we went and sometimes to the length of them, because I've been on a 15-hour one and was still in the state of California. So
I can relate.
oh yeah, it's always fun when it was a long one day, but it is a lot of fun. It does allow them to bond a little bit differently than people that jump in vans or when you're flying all the time. It really does. And I encourage it. I will tell you, though, and you'll know from all those years in the Cal League, the right lane of Interstate 5 is not as smooth as it used to be, though.
No, that is a fact. I can corroborate that for sure.
Yeah, I enjoy them. Because sometimes, you get more work done in the bus than sometimes you do in the office. But it's good for them, too, because they do enjoy them. They do bond. They do connect a little bit differently. And I think that's what college is about. There's no doubt about it. That some of your best experiences are going to be, with your team. Because if, your granddaughter sits on your lap and asks the 10 things that you remember about college, probably 8 of them are going to be about something that happened on the field or with teammates.
Yep, I totally agree. before we let you go, do you want to win the Defensive Player of the Year again? Is that on your radar?
I mean, I sure hope so. That would be
Do you,
that would be amazing.
do you have any goals in mind?
I mean, coming into freshman year, I didn't have like an award goal. I was just trying to start, and that's all I'm focused on. But I just want to continue to grow as an individual, and whatever happens, happens. And I just hope that no matter what, I can help my team in any way I can.
Awesome. Why'd you come here, by the way? Lastly, why Pacific?
Well, I love Boss. I mean, how could you not? He's like a big teddy bear. But and I like the school. The campus is gorgeous. I just changed my major to speech language pathology,
Awesome.
and they have a great program here. So yeah, academics really.
Awesome, Delaney. Well, congratulations on a hell of a year last year, and hopefully you repeat it this year.
Thank you.
Delaney Scully, and hi to the family, by the way. You can say hi to him if you want. Who you want to shout out anybody that you know is watching?
Yes, hello, buddy, my dog, and my mom and dad, and I don't know who else is watching, but hello.
What kind of dog?
Golden Doodle.
Oh yeah.
He's a big fluffy one.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks, Delaney. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Colsey, you can follow up too. We're gonna get Allie next, and Allie Capello is gonna be our last student athlete. But you can follow up on whatever Delaney said. Thanks, Delaney. And you can take us a little more inside her game and her growth.
Yeah, just a second. I need Allie Capello. The white. Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting the cue to get Allie over here to for your next interview.
You're good.
Well, Delaney, I mean, this fall, she had one of the best falls we've ever had. I mean, she probably squared up on 80% of her hits, balls that she hit. She had a really, really good fall. She's a really good leader when she's out there vocally and so forth. She has really good game softball IQ, and that helps everybody, especially like this year because, you know, Jordan Hayes from Lincoln is getting a lot of work at second, and that's a new position for her. And I know that Delaney makes that job easier. That whoever's at second it's easier because Delaney's at first, and I think that's a good thing that she learned in her background. And on top of it, she's really, because I know what travel ball organization she came from. She came from an organization before she got here that we've had a lot of success with. They're called the Choppers from Southern California, and we've had, you know, actually that's where Cindy Ball played her last year.
Okay.
In travel ball, and we had Nicole Matson and Megan Fogelsong and Megan Hom and Nicole Matson and Amy Moore. You know, we've just had a lot. Brittany Himes, Hannah Glad, who's here, is from the same organization. Reagan, who's hitting right now, used to play in the organization at one time, and so they just taught a lot of the right way to do things, and they're the kind of people that then pass that information on once they get on the field, and I think that's very important.
Well, I have Allie up here, Allie Capello, who's a freshman from Miliani.
Mililani. It's okay.
I think I went Italian instead of Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Mililani.
Mililani. It's on Oahu, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So welcome, and just tell us about what this is like for you as a freshman, being a few days away from your first taste of college ball.
I'm definitely really excited for this week. This team is amazing. They're so welcoming, all the coaches, all these girls. Like when you first come on, you're like very nervous to just start, especially after summer ball. It's a different experience, and these girls make it so comfortable to be around them, and it makes softball even more fun.
That's really good to hear. The sign of a really good team, obviously. Tell us a little about yourself, about the position or positions that you play, and tell us about where you're from growing up in Mililani.
I'm a utility player, so I play both third, first, and outfield. Majority of my life, I've been playing infield, but then starting high school, during club ball in Hawaii, you kind of learn to play everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to pitch in high school and stuff like that, so it's very different not pitching anymore, but I wasn't very good, so it's okay. But outfield is so fun, and infield, it's amazing. And growing up in Hawaii, it's definitely a lot different than Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
People always think that we live in like grass huts. That is not true. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, do you have pet dolphins?" I'm like, "No,
What?
like that's not a thing." Yeah, some of my travel ball friends, they're all like, "Oh, you have dolphins?" I'm like, "No, that's not a thing. Like you're probably watching too much cartoons and stuff like that."
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. But you definitely, well, I live on the middle of the island, so going
Mhm.
to the beach isn't very, it's not like every weekend type of thing, maybe like a once a month. So softball definitely was my thing outside of school, and obviously I pursued that, and I wanted to get a scholarship here because, you know, pre-pharmacy, and that's what I want to be when I'm older, so.
Awesome. I was going to ask you what you wanted to do after this.
Pre-pharm, yeah.
Okay.
Or a pharmacist in the hospitals, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. You're in the right place.
Mhm.
Colsey, can you tell us a little bit about Allie and her recruitment and what you have identified in her as far as strong skills for your team?
Well, I think first off, on the work ethic is tremendous, and she is up for anything that we ask her to do because she is learning some new positions. But you know, she had a tremendous fall offensively, and to be honest, just trying to figure out how to get the bats in the lineup, which means we might have to adjust a little with what position she's playing, and she's learning some new things, and she's just, you know, she's running with whatever we give her, and that's tremendous. Academically, you know, she talked about pre-farm, and that's what she wants to do, and this is a place, you know, in our program you can pursue whatever degree you want to pursue, and we'll work around it. You know, we don't limit what the athletes can study here, and I think that's so important because there's a lot of places that say, you know, you can study whatever you want as long as you're on the field by 2 o'clock every day. That's it. You know, no ifs, ands, or buts. And, you know, we've got people, you know, jumping around, and we're working around it because we'll work around it if it's going to get them down the path they want for their future. And Allie's a tremendous hitter. She's a tremendous ball player. We're just working her in all these different positions to try and get a comfort level before Friday.
Mm-hmm. You know, obviously she could play a bunch of different positions, but is there a position you envision for her, you know, looking down the road, you know, junior, senior year, where you feel she can really specialize? And if you don't have to answer by any means, I was just wondering if there was something in your head kicking around.
It's really funny because I think where that potentially could happen is after, not after the season, but after next season, because really what we lose this year doesn't really affect moving too many people with pitching and outfield. But after that, we start filtering out some infielders, so that might lock her in potentially somewhere different for the second half maybe of her career than where she is in the first half. But it's good to know that she's one of our hybrids that can do more than one thing, and it gives us those other options.
Gotcha. Allie, what struck you so far, the difference just from what you're seeing and what you're feeling right now being at the collegiate
Trust
level?
it, Hannah. Sorry.
You're fine. What struck you as being the major difference going from, you know, playing high school and club ball, and now you're at this level and experiencing even in this scrimmage?
I actually had a lot of experience up here in California because I played travel ball with the Orange County Batbusters, and then after I came and played for Batbusters Gomes, and they're around the area.
Okay.
So it's honestly not that much difference. Definitely a lot more focusing on school because coming from Hawaii, you fly up every weekend to play games and to get recruited and stuff like that. But over here, it's just school, practice, and then studying, and that's pretty much all it, yeah.
Gotcha. How's it been so far for you here at Pacific?
It's really fun. I like it here, yeah. Really, I like the small class sizes. You know, my professors know my name and stuff like that. They actually care about my well-being and stuff, which I think is really good as a student athlete.
And you're far from the first person to say that, by the way. I've asked that question a lot to a lot of student athletes over the years, and they always talk about the smaller class sizes and the relationship with the professors.
Yeah.
And, it's, you know, that just reinforces, I think, what a lot of people have said over the years. Do you have any goals this year, or are you just kind of you're gonna let it, you know, happen and then see where you are, you know, by the end of it?
Pretty much let it happen. It's already been amazing just to be here, so kind of just letting it go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, is there anything you want to say about Colsey? And it could be about anything. Because I'm going to give him a crack at you when you're gone.
He's a really good dancer.
You're the second person who said. Was it Delaney who said that, or was it?
Yeah. He
was it
has
Ryan
a lot
who
of
said
funny jokes too, but they're kind of more old, so some of us don't understand it. But we've gotten his humor.
Are they dad jokes?
More like grandpa. Just kidding. Yeah, dad jokes.
Oh,
Dad
jeez.
jokes for sure.
Jeez.
Colsey, any retort before we let Allie go?
No.
We got a Bermuda Triangle situation out there now. Force at second is not in time. So it's been a lot of fun to watch. Allie, it's been great to talk with you. It's been fun to watch the scrimmage. I'm gonna let you get out of here, but thanks and welcome to Pacific, and we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
And good luck in all your future endeavors on the field and off.
Thank you.
Allie Capello joining us here on our softball virtual event. You can take the headset off, and Michael's got you turned down there. Thank you, Allie. Colsey, any more on Allie? And I mean, can you speak to recruiting student athletes from Hawaii and from the islands?
Yeah, I think we've had really good success in the past of some really good athletes from Hawaii. Allie and Asia are both freshmen here this year, and they both do tremendous things. They're both hybrids. They can go infield, they can go outfield. Asia was an infielder. We put her a lot in the outfield. Now she's out at third base right now. Allie can play third and first and outfield. Asia, I think, can play pretty much 7 positions besides pitcher and catcher. And we've had a lot of success there. And it's a place that we get a lot of interest from. And we haven't had anyone for a while, and it's just another nice play.
That's nice. That's a 6-2-3. They get it? Oh, we have it, 6-2-3.
Yeah, okay.
Double play. Inning ender, bases loaded, 1 out. And they're out of it. Who's on the bump there, or in the circle, Colsey?
That's Hannah Glad, sophomore from Camarillo, same high school as Cindy Ball. But we've been really happy with, and we're going to continue to recruit Hawaii. Like I said, it's just kind of it kind of goes in cycles, and we got some interest, from a couple of really quality Hawaiian young ladies, and now they're here, and we're just going to keep looking because, we're a private school. We don't care where they're from. They all cost the same as long as they want to play softball and get a great education and fit the dynamic and the aesthetics that we're looking for.
Is there, before we get into the ask here, is there anything that you've seen in the scrimmage that you want to just talk about before we get into the ask?
Well, I am very happy with the pitchers pounding the strike zone. Like I said, we got a couple people out of position. I think some people need to be a little bit more aggressive defensively. Ironically, we seem to be, some of the balls are going to people in their third position, but I think we just got to relax and make those plays. I like how some of them are swinging the bat, and I really like their energy and their competitiveness in this type of scenario, which I think they really enjoy, and they're taking advantage of the opportunity to put the uniform on and compete.
Awesome. I asked a lot of the girls, are you pumped about Friday?
Can't wait. Opening day. Dawn Patrol, 9:30 game.
Yes.
Leaving here at 6:30 in the morning.
Woo! 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. But it's part of it. We're staying a little more local for opening weekend than normal. We've got, a big trip, to Hawaii in a few weeks that is not exactly cheap, as you might say, the way things are these days. But we wanted to get the Hawaiian. We haven't been there for a while, and if we're going to recruit from there, we need to showcase a little and take our 2 Hawaiian young ladies home because it's,
cool.
It's a great distance.
Yeah.
Nobody else on the team's going to argue about that, by the way. But
you need a broadcaster for that series?
Sure, come on. Ironically, the person that does the TV broadcasting is a former Pacific softball alum.
No way. That's cool.
Lori Santee, who played here in the early 80s, is won their World Series team and is originally from Merced, and we've kept in touch for over 30 years. And she was really excited when she heard we had some Hawaiian product coming this way, and I'm looking forward to hooking up with her next month over there. We've been friends for a long time, so I'm really excited about that. But we're excited to see some of our former players over there that we've already heard from as well.
Awesome. Well, we're running short here, so
Sure.
we want to get the ask in. And for those of you who are veterans of these events, this, by the way, was a great hybrid kind of event with the Zoom and with the scrimmage. And thanks to Michael January and Tim Dixon and Bree and all the folks that were involved in putting it together, because it was kind of a logistical. Michael, I'd imagine, was a bit of a logistical challenge, but obviously nailing it as always. But those of you who have been with us for these in the past, we have an ask usually at the end. It's a giving campaign. It's going to be a 48-hour giving campaign. So last year, if you recall, we celebrated Colsey's 30th year as head coach. It was a celebration that went on long after the Zoom ended. Like, they kept the link up, and it turned into like a softball happy hour deep into the night, which was really cool. One of the coolest ones
Best kind.
we've done. Oh yeah.
Till Cindy Ball was like, "Oh my God, it's midnight," because she was in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was
no,
pretty funny.
You could tell. I mean, it was flowing throughout the Zoom, which was cool. But the goal last year was $30,000, and it was to help install a new bullpen. And the goal was reached, and the construction's going to be completed this summer. There was some delays with the weather, but construction's going to be completed this summer. And Colsey, can you touch on the bullpen real quick before we get into
Well,
what's
you know,
next?
there was a lot of hiccups in that we're a little bit behind with the weather, with the dimensions, with the whole process of, with supply chains and people getting quotes in a timely manner. So it's something you can't do in the middle of the year, because where it is, it's going to be a distraction to get stuff done. So our goal, like I said, is to break ground this summer to have it ready by the fall, if not during the fall, which you can work around a little bit more. And so that was exciting, and the amount of support that we have gotten from community near and far on that was just tremendous.
So tonight, thanks, Colsey. So tonight it's going to be a 48-hour campaign. We're trying to raise $20,000, and that is for MKO Digital Editing. So it's technology from MKO Digital Editing, as well as nutritional and travel supports. This is a $10,000 matching gift. So the first $10,000 in donations is going to be matched dollar for dollar. But Colsey, can you touch on the digital editing element of it?
What we're trying to do is improve in the near future, if not during this year. Just the whole film work of what we can provide to the kids, to give feedback on them individually, not only about opponents but about their game. And it's not cheap, but it's something we need to do to give them quicker and more precise feedback in a timely manner that they can look at and work with and show them regarding their performance. And it's for hitters as well as pitchers. And that's a big thing we're looking at, along with travel. And to be honest, all those costs continue to go up, especially coming out of COVID. It's like, boy, the hotel rooms.
It's nuts.
It's nuts, and buses, and I get it, and air flights. It's just you got to deal with it, and you got to raise some money, and then nutrition, food. We all know food costs are going through the roof, and there's some really good supplements and energy things and qualities of food that is better for an athlete when you're playing 5 games in 36 hours on a weekend, which we do in tournaments, which, you're on the field 3 times as much as you are resting. So to get you through those weekends as a softball athlete is something that all this comes into play. And to be honest, the old adage, it doesn't grow on trees, and we're looking for some help on that. And we've got a great start with half the goal there. That if we could get another half, if not more, would be tremendous to improve our overall game and our overall product and our overall experience, most importantly, that we can provide to the student athlete here at Pacific.
Yeah, and that's well said on all counts. And with the $10,000 matcher, it's so easy to get it to 20. It's just going to take a little bit from everybody, and many hands make light work. So if you are in the chat right now, the link to the Scale Funder page is going to be put in the chat right now. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm trusting that it's there. but it will be emailed out to the PAF members and posted on social media. So you can make your donation online or directly through the PAF if you prefer that. So keep an eye out for the link to that scale funder in the chat. And if you have the means, every little bit helps, and it helps exponentially with the $10,000 matcher out there. So, did I miss anything, Colsey? Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I
before we close up?
just want to thank everybody that's on tonight. I want to thank everybody that supports our program. I want to thank Michael January, his staff, Tim Dixon and Bree, you, Zach, as well, in getting this. I know this was exciting for our athletes to do something a little different. And I want to thank all the people that support Pacific, not just Pacific softball, but all of Pacific athletics. You know, we've got a great community near and far that does a great job in supporting us. And I just speaking as one coach, we truly appreciate, as do our athletes.
Yes, and that is seconded, I think, by everybody. And Colsey, we appreciate you, man. 31 years, that's a heck of a run, and the relationships that you've built during that time, they speak for themselves and speak volumes. So good luck this season on year number 31, and look forward to following along, my friend.
Thank you, and thanks, Ed. And our home opener will be February 25th and 26th, 3-game series here with Nevada. That's our home opener.
Awesome. Great regional rivalry at Bill Simone Field, and make sure you come on out for that. And again, I want to echo thanks to Michael January and his team. This was a heck of a thing to pull off here, and I think we did it pretty well. So we hope you all enjoyed. Best of luck to the Pacific softball team this season. Don't forget to click on that Scale Funder link and donate if you can. And go Tigers. Thanks for being with us.
Go Tigers. Thank you.
When I was applying for schools,